Sometimes it's hard to remember that you're an artist. It can also be really easy to forget how much you do within a year. I'm going to be rating the things I made in 2025. Because I don't have everything with me, I'm going to be referencing my phone and the vault that has been collected through that digital realm. At the beginning of the year, I quilted a baby blanket for my friend Carlin's newborn, Roman. This was such a fun project. I really enjoyed the freedom that she gave me to create this. I learned a lot of skills making quilts. I'm very grateful that I had a mentor throughout this process. I would rate this blanket a 9. This was a pretty cool blanket. I hope she likes it. I hope he likes it, but it's out of my hands. It's out of this state. 2025 has been the year of crochet for me. After quilting, I just dove into the yarn, mainly because I have a really big stash that I need to get through. I've always wanted to make balaclavas and just like hood gear, but it's really hot in the desert in Las Vegas, to be specific, so it's not something I can wear very frequently, but I did get really inspired to make this. This piece was really fun to make, but I made it too big. This is not supposed to be folded in. It's supposed to be folded out. So if I fold it out, it's like too big. It just falls off my head. So I do want to adjust it in a way because I'm not taking this apart. It's done-ish. Like 85% done, because there are some things that I know I can do to it that would like really tie it together and kind of make it look better. And maybe fit better too. I would rate it a 6. Have not given up on the balaclava gang though, okay? My friend Melody, she just gave me like a care package and there was some yarn that she got from Japan in there. So I used that yarn to make a hood. And the hood was inspired by Louise Belcher because I love Bob's Burgers. And Alexandria Massey, she's a very big crochet inspiration for me. When she makes her masks, she does a lot of circles. She sews them together. And like, kudos to her. It's beautiful, but it's a lot of work when it comes to sewing them. Because I had this on a head mannequin that wasn't measured to be my size, it doesn't fit me right. Hence why I only have one picture of it actually sitting on top of my head. I really love things that have a multi-function. So I made stash pockets. There's something in there. Both ears are stash pockets. I really think that I want to redo this project. Maybe just find the right pattern where the hood can actually sit on my head. The outside looks pretty solid, right? It's really pretty. Like, I love the design. It's not something that many people are going to pay attention to unless you look at details like that. This took a lot of time, and for it to not fit right, it's very disappointing. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to rate this 5. I'm really on the fence about it. Gonna have to do 5 for you, baby. And then there's this little thing. I spend money on trinkets now because with the state of the world, I just need things that are gonna make me feel a little bit of peace as I try to stay aware and informed. So little monsters. The pom-poms are super cute. My friend Kira put, what is this, carnelian? It might be citrine, but she put a stone in this little purse. So yeah, lots of love. I would rate this a 7. Making outfits for them is especially fun. And then dressing them up is fun too. I made a little apple cap for my friend Tiffany's birthday. This was my first attempt at doing amigurumi. I had a lot of fun making this thing, and it made me want to make little creatures more. I would rate this cat an 8. Yeah, I like the little eye details that I did too. It was fun. I made another outfit for my other Labubu. I only have 2 of them. This bunny hood, I followed a pattern. I followed a pattern for both of these. I don't want to gatekeep. If you want to follow these videos and you want to make your own, then the more the merrier. Come on, let's get creative out here. I was introduced to Miffy by one of my best friends, Bree. She has a Miffy keychain, and I just thought it was so cute. And I've realized how much I love bunnies this year. I see myself as a bunny, and sometimes I tell people my name and they think I say bunny, so I'm like, you know what? Yeah. I would rate this bunny a 9. I freaking love it. It's so cute. The dress that this is this Labubu is wearing is actually a pattern that I made myself. I was inspired by the original Miffy dress, so I tried to find a blue that matched from my stash. I actually found another one afterwards. I am going to make another iteration of this dress because I want it to have sleeves. All of the patterns that I've watched of people making dresses for Labubus, it's like, I don't know, difficult. If I had made sleeves for this, there's no way it would have gone on. I had nails at the time, so yeah, it was not happening. But I would rate this dress, considering it was my first ever like attempt at just freeballing something, I'd give it a 6.5. There's a lot of room for improvement here, but I did it. If you know how to clean your Labubu, please help. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Something I've always wanted to do is make gifts for people. I feel really accomplished, very proud of myself when I make gifts for my loved ones. It's so fun to make things for people, but sometimes I have ideas at the very last minute and I'm like dying. I'm like killing myself to finish a project. One of my friends, Kira, we had gone to yoga together and she had a yoga strap that was broken. So I was like, oh, let me make her a yoga strap. So I made her one, and the words are supposed to say, set your heart ablaze. This was actually my introduction into tapestry crochet. So now I also really want to get into tapestry crochet, and I'm like prepping myself for it. I'm in the process of moving right now, so I'm not ready to commit to learning the craft fully yet. That's for 2026. I actually ended up like hand sewing stuff in it too. I wanted to go for this like orange and yellow color because she really loves Rengoku from Demon Slayer. I'm gonna rate this project a 6 for effort and ideation because the execution could have been better, but when I'm on a time crunch, hard to like allow myself to go back, but then I'm like hard on myself throughout the whole process because I know it could be better. It was cool. It's my first time crocheting words, so I'm proud of myself. Room for improvement once again. This mask is direct inspiration of Alexandria Massey's work. A lot of circles, a lot of sewing. I added eyeballs because I'm really fascinated by anatomy, and eyes are the windows to the soul, but also they're just so cool. And again, stash pockets. So not all of them are stash pockets, but this one's a stash pocket. It's not very pretty, but it works. And then this one is also a stash pocket. Pretty deep one. This project, I was going through a really tough time. If you know me, then you know. This is a physical representation of what I was experiencing, spiraling awareness. I would rate this one 8. I really loved making this project and experimenting with different eyes. But once again, because I didn't use a head form that was exactly my shape, it doesn't fit me very well. When I wear it, it's really like snug on my face. My cheeks are like pushed up. For Halloween, I've always wanted to be Gogo Yubari from Kill Bill. I freaking love that movie, 10-10. The movie, 10-10. All of those assassins, badass, okay? But Gogo is that girl. Her mace, her weapon, so freaking cool. So when I saw that Alexandria Massey made a pattern for it, oh my goodness, I knew I had to follow it. And it was a lot of fun to create and put together. Again, sewing involved, but like, do you see this thing? Do you see this thing? I was actually swinging this around at work and it was so much fun. I would rate this a 10 because I also got to use up some fabric scraps. And when you're closing the loop on textile waste, it's a win. Love this one. And then for another one of my friend's birthdays, I made a golden snitch because she loves Harry Potter and it's cool. It's cute. It's small. Something you can take with you anywhere. I would rate that a 9. This is a sunflower, obviously, but it's not finished because I've made multiple of these. It's been nice to give this to the people that I see as sunshine in my life. I love the idea of like giving people flowers that don't die. I would rate my sunflower bag charms an 8 because I followed a pattern, but I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit. So this is me messing with it and making some alterations. So yeah. This next thing that I made is not crochet, but for my birthday this year, I actually threw myself a party, which I've never done before. And it was a tie-dye party. It was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, a lot of the footage that my boyfriend captured for me, I lost because I'm a newbie at content creation and you make mistakes along the way. I have other moments that I captured on my phone. At least that exists. Some of my friends who made some really dope things too that I'm just like, oh, chef's kiss. But this shirt is my favorite shirt that I made. It reminds me of like an X-ray or ultrasound type vibe. Like those are the colors it's giving. Yeah, I would rate this shirt a 10 because it was fun as hell. Like the experience, amazing. The shirt, dope. Wearable art. I love it. And then there is my balance mask, a highlight of my crochet journey. It took me a long time to actually finish this one, considering how simple it is. But I have a habit of
working on projects and then starting projects, and yeah, I'm all over the place.
I would rate a 9 because there are some things that I did to it. It's like very minor details that you probably wouldn't notice, but me, I see those details. So I'm like, would I make another one? Yes. Oh, and then I made, where is my, okay. I've been wanting to make like headphone covers, Lily of the Valley charms. This was a lot of fun to make. These were really fast actually to work up, and it was my first time doing like a bobble stitch. They move a lot. I should have known this, and it's cute. It is cute, but sometimes depending on what I'm doing, it does kind of get in the way. So I would rate these a 7. Oh, and I also made this little pouch. I followed this girl's pattern for it. It was really cute. I love the frills on the side. Like, oh, it's just so girly. And I love love. I love hearts. I would rate this a 9. The person who made this pattern was like, when I was making this heart, I was shooketh, okay? Because this shape is so good. So good. Kudos to the pattern maker because, girl, you did your thing with this. I don't have it with me, but anymore because this was a gift. I made it was supposed to be a pumpkin, not a pumpkin. It was supposed to be like an orange pouch. It would look like an orange and then you would turn it inside out and it would be a pouch where you can put oranges in. But I was using yarn that I already had. The orange yarn that I had was like too dark of an orange for it to be like, oh, this is an orange. So when she saw it, she was like, oh, is this a pumpkin? And I was like, it's anything you want it to be, girl. I would rate it a 7.5. I like the concept a lot. And I think with what I had, I made it work. And it was cute. And I'm glad that she loved it. But the pattern was kind of confusing. As I've been on this crocheting journey of following people's patterns, messing around with my own ideas, there is such a thing as a bad pattern and a good pattern, and I'm learning these things as I go. It sucks to say bad, but like when you are reading someone's pattern and you can't understand it, it's so frustrating. So yeah, it just gives me a lot of ideas for when I write my own patterns. Aside from the gifts and things that I made for myself, I also did a couple commissions. So one of them was a second Miffy hood for my friend Cookie. She really liked it, and I'm so grateful that she wanted to support me. Anna was the one who basically got me my first Labubu. She's obsessed herself. When she would see that there's a drop for Labubus, she would be on it. She would go to Cutie Design and be like right there. When she saw that I started making Labubu outfits, she commissioned me to make a overall set with a bag and also a hat. This was my first time making a baseball cap, and there's actually like 3 iterations that I have of it. This was the first iteration of the overalls. She said she wanted like white detailing, but she wanted a lot of black. Ended up using white for the pocket, and then I tried to do some like stitching detailing. Also did like a back pocket. This is just how mine looks. Hers looks a lot better. The hat is where I really like went off on the design. So these are the first iterations of the hat. Way too big. Second iteration. Again, really big hole. It's almost giving like visor. And then this was the flap. Not stable. I was like, ooh, I'm really not liking that. Third iteration, much smaller ear hole. I made the flap a little bit wider. Again, didn't like it, but the final iteration was so good. But it's pretty snug. Hopefully it's good. When I give things to people, I'm like, give me some feedback. Let me know how it is. And they're like, oh, it's perfect. I'm like, thank you. I ended up putting wire on the edge of the flap, and I just love that detail so much because it's sturdy. Sturdy is so important to me. Aside from all of the trial and error that came with that commission, I would rate that project a 7.5. It was a cool learning experience. The last things that I made this year was a care package for another one of my best friends, Cynthia. I made her a Kindle pouch cover. I made her cat a goldfish, and I made her and her boyfriend traffic cones, aka the Nevada State Flower. The Kindle pouch, 10/10. One of my favorite things that I've made this year. So I recently discovered Tunisian crochet, and oh my goodness, the stitching just looks so clean, so pretty. It combines crocheting with knitting, which is so cool. The edging that I did, it just feels like it pulls it all together. I'm really happy with how it ended up. Even on the button, I embroidered the button with a rose. Again, love to give my friends flowers. Yeah, that was really cool. The goldfish, that was my first time following a written pattern. I do a lot of videos just because I'm a visual learner. It was free and it was honestly terrible. By the time I finished the pattern, I realized it was not done. Like, this doesn't make any sense. So I had to finish it myself and tweak some things. It doesn't look like a fish, but you know what? Her cat loves it, and that's all that matters to me. For the goldfish, I would rate that a 7 because I made the best out of that situation. The traffic cone was another journey to try and figure out the right hook size, the right yarn, and also just the right method, because the pattern that I followed, a lot of times when you're crocheting and you do a color change, you see like the jaggedness through the colors. It's not like solid, so I kind of had to mess around and kind of finesse that, but it turned out really cool. I'm very proud of all of it. I kept the first traffic cone that I made for myself. Actually, I should go grab that so you can see what I'm referring to. Excuse me. This is the traffic cone. You can see like the color change is really harsh right there, and it's just not solid. The second iteration I gave to Paris. I put some stones in there because it fits, so why not? I gave Paris an amethyst and Rodney and Cynthia carnelian. And the traffic cones, I would rate an 8 because it's just funny. It's the Nevada State Flower. Come on now, you see them everywhere. Oh, another thing that I forgot to add. I also made a quilt for my mom's birthday. That was a journey to make. I would rate that quilt, I would say an 8, but yeah. Those are the things that I made in 2025. I like this. This was fun. I look forward to doing another one of these at the end of 2026 and see what I made then. It's a cool way to reflect on my year. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.